Hello everyone, I am Parikshit Saikia and welcome to another very exciting session on Unacademy CAT-alyst. This month of December, a new initiative, right? The initiative which will help you to crack the snap. Every morning 10:30 a.m. we have come up with a series of 100 most important questions for your snap. Questions which have repeated several times in the past 20 years in snap papers. The Unacademy Intelligence Board, we have done a lot of analysis and these are hand-picked questions for you and definitely must do before you write the snap. So before I get started, as always, the first thing I'm going to tell you, give me 5 seconds to ensure that I'm streaming live before we get started with today's session. Okay, I think we are streaming live and we are good to start. Let's get started. A small notification at the start. The National Scholarship Test is scheduled every Sunday on Unacademy from 5 to 7. In case you have not enrolled for the same, you might want to enroll at the earliest. Reason being, there are a lot of Amazon vouchers to be won. So who knows that these vouchers might be just for you, right? And remember, a lot of non-CAT exams, the ZAT, courses on ZAT, courses on SNAP, courses on Maharashtra CET are there on Unacademy. Now, if you register as a new user, remember, you need to register as a new user. If you register using a new mobile number as a new user, you can use the invite code Parikshit Saikia. If you use this code, you will get access to a lot of classes, SNAP, ZAT, Maharashtra CET, CMAT, TISNET, absolutely free. So register as a new user if you haven't and use the invite code Parikshit Saikia. That's the code to be used. Let's get started with today's session. Okay. Here are the list of questions, right? These are the questions which have been taken from past papers and have repeated multiple times. Let's check the first one. Stewart, Jack and Leo are colleagues working in a plant. So basically, there are 3 people, right? Stewart, Jack and Leo. Stewart and Jack can do a work in 10 days. So S plus J does the work in 10 days. Now, even before I start solving, one thing I must tell you. You look at the numbers, 10 days, 15 days and 12 days. So you assume let total work. Let total work. Okay. Some number, you can assume any number. But if you assume a number which is divisible by 10, as well as by 15, as well as by 20, that would make your life easy. So probably you can take the LCM of these 3 numbers. So let's say 60 units. You can assume any other number, you get the same answer. Just that here, the calculations will be easy. First, Stewart and Jack can do a work in 10 days. So can I say if they are doing it in 10 days, so 60 units divided by 10 is the per day work, So how much? 6 units per day. Yes. Similarly, second group, Jack and Leo do the same work in 15 days. Perfect. If they are doing it in 15 days, you know what? Per day they are doing 4 units. Then Stewart plus Leo do it in 12 days. So per day, how much of the work is done? 60 by 12, which is 5 units per day. Will you agree? Yes. So if you add up all the 3, how much will you get? Twice of S plus J plus L is equal to 6 plus 4 plus 5, which is 15 units. 15 units, or can I say S plus J plus L will be equal to 7.5 units per day. 7.5 units per day. And you are almost done. Right? Now you can look at the question. All of them started the work together. After 2 days, Leo was shifted to some other work. So can I say for the first 2 days, all the 3 human beings work? For the first 2 days, all the 3 human beings work. So if they do 7.5 units per day, in 2 days, they would do 7.5 into 2, which is 15 units in 2 days. So how much of the work is remaining? Remember, the total work is 60. They have already done 15 units. So how much of the work remains? 45 units. How am I getting that 45? 60 minus 15 is 45, right? And now who is working? Leo is out, right? Leo is out. So Stewart and Jack needs to complete the work. Remember, Stewart and Jack, per day, they do 6 units per day. So how much time would they take? Total work divided by per day, how much I do. So total work remaining is 45. Per day they do 6. So 45 by 6 is 7.5 days. That's the answer. 7.5 days. Yes? Got it, everyone? So I see some comments on YouTube. Sashanka wishing me good morning. Good morning, Sashanka. Any doubt in this? So it's very easy. See, the trick is you please start doing it this way. You assume some work. Okay, what is that work that you are going to assume? LCM of the numbers. LCM. Why LCM? Because it makes my calculation easier. Remember, you can assume any number, but if you take 60, which is the LCM of 10, 15 and 12, it makes your life easy. Right? Let's go to the next one. Let's go to the next one. Yes? Remember the snap, 60 minutes, 60 questions. So you need to do the every question using the most effective method and the fastest method, right? Let's look at number 2. If the length, breadth and height of the room are in the ratio 3:2:1, the breadth and height of the room are half and the length of the room is double, then the area of the 4 walls of the room will. What will happen to the area of the 4 walls of the room? Now let's first imagine a room. Let's first imagine a room. Okay, let me draw a room. So you can imagine a room to be like a cube. You can imagine the room. This is like a room, right? This is a room. Will you agree? Perfect. This is a room. This is like a room, right? So let's say this is the length of the room. This is the length of the room. This is the height of the room. Yes. And this is, let's say, the breadth of the room. Breadth of the room. Okay. First thing. We are talking about the surface area of the 4 walls. Surface area of the 4 walls, right? Now what will happen? What will happen? See, this is the first wall. Will you agree? This is the first one. What is the area of this rectangle? Area of the rectangle that you just see here, right? What will happen? L into H. L into H. Will you agree? L into H. Similarly, there is another wall just behind this. Will you agree? Just behind this, there is another wall. So what will happen to this wall? Again, L into H. So 2 walls, you have L into H. 2 walls, remember? So 1 wall is L into H and I have got 2 such walls. So can I say area of the 2 walls is 2 into L into H. Similarly, remember there are total of 4 walls. Next wall is this wall. This is the wall, right? Will you agree? This is the wall. What is the area of this wall? B into H. Will you agree? B into H. B into H. Similarly, you have another wall out here. What is the area of this wall? Also B into H. So B into H plus B into H. Remember, there are 2 walls. So 2B into H. Perfect. What is the first step you did? You just derived the formula. You just derived the formula for the area of the 4 walls. Now you got this. Now it's just about substituting the values. Just about substituting the values, right? Case 1. You can take the numbers. Length, breadth and height are in the ratio 3:2:1. So can I say L is equal to 3? You assume any number, but they has to be in this ratio, right? B is to H is 1. B is to H is 1. You can assume any other number, but remember you can take 6, 4 and 2. Just that the ratio has to hold to 3, 2 and 1. So here I think it's the easiest number to calculate. So what's the area? Area will be equal to, just substitute the value, 2 into 3 plus 2 into 1. So comes out to be 10. Comes out to be 10. Right? Next, case 2. Case 2. Now what has happened in case 2? You know what? Breadth and height of the room are half. Perfect. If they are half, remember it was initially 2. Now it will become 1. Height was initially 1. Now it will become 0.5. And what is the length of the room? The length of the room is doubled. So initially it was 3. Now it will become 6. So again you can find out the area. Just substitute the value. 2 times L plus B. So 6 plus 1 into H. So 7 into 2, 14. 14 into 0.5 is 7. 7. So one answer is 7. One answer is 10. Now what are they asking? What will happen to the percentage change? So basically they are asking the percentage change. So can I say final value minus initial value divided by the initial value. So 7 minus 10 divided by 10 is minus into 100 obviously. So minus 30% is your answer. Minus 30% is your answer. Decrease by 30%. Got it? Any doubt in this? See, if you are able to visualize something, every answer of the snap paper, right, you can get within 1 minute. So you make sure that whatever method you are applying, you might be doing it in a different method, but you have to get it within 60 seconds. If not, probably that's not the best way of solving your sum. Okay, so always remember that in the snap, because the snap is all about speed. 30% decrease. Correct. Let's go to the next one. Let's go to the third one. Third one. A drawer contains 10 black and 10 brown socks, which are all mixed up. So how many you have? 10 black, okay, and 10 brown. Okay. What is the fewest number of socks you can take from the drawer without looking and be sure to get a pair of the same color? This is from Snap 2009. Snap 2009 paper, and also it has come before that, right? Sorry, before that, after that. I think it is Snap 2015 or 16 and in 2009. So 2 times you have seen this question. Fewest number of socks. That's the first keyword. And the second is you need to be sure. You need to be sure. Right? So let's try to draw this. Let's try to draw this. There are a lot of socks out here. Let's say there are a lot of socks out here. These are all, let's say, socks. Okay? Lot of socks. Now it is you who is here and you are putting your hand inside this. You are putting your hand inside this. Right? So what will happen? What will happen? First time, let's say you pick up one sock. You pick up one sock. So there are 2 scenarios. Case 1 and case 2. Case 1 and case 2. So it can either be a brown sock, black sock, or a brown sock. Right? Now second. Now remember the keyword. The keyword here is you need to be sure. You need to be sure of it. Perfect. If you are sure, so this is your iteration 1, okay? Iteration 1. Now iteration 2. Remember, you are putting your hand inside. You need to be sure. So obviously you can get a black. You might get a black. Definitely you might get a black. But remember, that is just a probability. That is just a probability. Second time, when you put your hand inside, you might get a black. But remember, not sure. But definitely, let's say worst case scenario, you get a brown. Worst case scenario, you get a brown. Yes. Now you know, third time when you pick up a sock, it doesn't matter. It absolutely doesn't matter. It's no longer probability now. Why? Third time when you put your hand inside, it's either gonna be black or a brown. Will you agree? Only 2 possibilities. So it's either gonna be a black or a brown. Remember, third one, it's no longer probability. It's either gonna be a black or a brown. Now, whatever be the case, you know what? You have got 2 socks of the same color. If you get a black, first and the third one are the same. If you get a brown, second and the third one are the same. So even in case 2, exactly the same scenario. But do you get the point? When they are saying be sure, it means it should not be a probability case. It should rather be a certain case. When will you be certain? If you pick up 3 times. You get the point? If you pick up 3 times. First time, let's say brown. Second time, it can be brown or it can be black. I don't know. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Remember, the word sure is being used here. Sure. So first time black, second time could be anything, brown or black. Let's say you get black. Fine if you get black, but you're not sure. But if you get a brown, perfect. First black, second 2 socks of the same color. Answer is 3 pieces. Answer is 3 pieces only. Got it? See, very easy. I don't think you need any preparation for that. It's just common sense that you need to apply on your exam day. Right? Fourth question. Wheat is now being sold at rupees 27 per kg. During last month, its cost was rupees 24 per kg. Find by how much % a family reduces its consumption so as to keep the expenditure fixed. Okay. So can I say price per kg into quantity consumed, price per kg into the quantity consumed is the total expenditure. Will you agree? Logically socho. Wheat socho, aloo soch lo, potato soch lo. Potato. If I 1 kg of potato, let's say, costs 20 rupees. 1 kg of potato, let's say, costs 20 rupees. And you know what? In a month, I consume 5 kilos. So what is my total expenditure? 20 into 5, 100. Yes? So expenditure is per kilo price into the quantity consumed. Right? Perfect. Let's check this. Now what happens? Initially, wheat is being sold at 27. Now being sold at 27 per kilo. During last month, its cost was 24 per kg. Okay. So last month, let's take the last month. Last month. Okay. What was the cost? 24 per kilo. And now what is it the cost? 27. Now the cost is, let's say, 27. Question is, by how much percent a family reduces its consumption so as to keep the expenditure fixed? So as to keep the expenditure fixed. Remember, you need to keep this number fixed. So what number will you assume? You assume any number, 100, 200, 6,43,499.22 you want to assume? Go ahead. But you be a bit smart. Probably you want to assume a number which will make your life easiest, right? So can I say one number is 24, one number is 27. What will I do? Let's say I can assume this number. Let's say first the quantity consumed. What is the quantity consumed? Let's assume some number. Let's say 27. I just assume 27 and you will understand why. You can assume any number, right? So what is the expenditure? Expenditure is 24 into 27. 24 into 27. How much is it? 28. Carry over 2. 14, 16, 8, 4. So 8, 14, 648. 648. Right? Now you think. Remember the expenditure is the same. So here also the expenditure is gonna be 648. Yes? Now you think. How much quantity should you decrease? How much quantity should you decrease? Now do you understand why I assume 27? Because initially if I assume 27, now there is absolutely no calculation, right? Here this is 27, so this number got to be 24. This number got to be 24. So you just be smart in your calculations. Perfect. So how much is the reduction? Remember, initially you were consumed 27, now you are consumed 24. So what is the percentage change? Final value minus initial value divided by initial value into 100. So 24 minus 27 divided by 27 comes out to be minus 3 by 9 minus 3 by 27. So 1 by 9 is 11.11% negative. Negative implies reduction. Negative implies reduction. Get the point? So remember, someone might be having a doubt. Why did I assume 27? Remember, 27 is just a random number that I assume just to make my life easy. You can assume some other number, but just think about it. Or if this number is 24, this number is 27. If I can just interchange, my life is solved, right? I can just interchange and be a bit smart. In that case, I will save time. Probably within 10 seconds or 15 seconds, I will get my answer. So you can assume some other number. You want to assume 5, you want to assume 1, please go ahead. But I think these are the easiest numbers to assume if you want to get your answer within probably 10 or 15 seconds. Got it? Chalo. Next one. Next one. Number 5. Number 5. Remember, the snap is all about time, okay? You should apply the method which helps you to do the sum in the least possible time. Number 5. In 4 years, 6,000 amounts to rupees 8,000. In what time at the same rate will rupees 525 amount to rupees 725? Now think about it. Now think about it. Is this SI or CI? Is this SI or CI? Think about it. SI or CI, okay? Now let's say, I don't know. First impression under your exam, you have a lot of pressure. So you might think, oh, I don't know it's SI or CI. So what will you do? 6,000, let's say it is SI. SI, okay, simple interest is becoming 8,000. So can I say total interest? Total interest is how much? 2,000. Total interest is 2,000, right? And how many years? 4 years. So can I say 2,000 divided by 4 is equal to 500 rupees per year interest? 500 rupees per year interest. But in that case, if you now look at it, 525 becoming 700. I mean, this is not possible. This is not possible. So SI you will not take. You might want to do this. Go ahead. Try out with the answer options and you will see it doesn't match. It doesn't match. So definitely this is not a case of simple interest. So here you might spend 30 seconds understanding is it SI or CI. The moment you realize it is not SI, okay, you will go to CI. You will go to CI. So what is the formula for CI? A is equal to P 1 plus R by 100 to the power N. N in our case is 4. So what is A? 8,000. 8,000. What is P? 6,000. And then 1 plus R by 100 to the power 4. Right? So 8,000 by 6,000 is 4 by 3. 4 by 3 is equal to 1 plus R by 100 to the power 4. I think this is the first relation. Remember, you do not have a calculator. You do not have a calculator in the snap. Hence, you cannot find the fourth root. Now, you might think what to do. I cannot find out the fourth root. Remember, no calculator. So, let's see what happens in the scenario 2. 525 should become 700. Again, apply scenario 2. Again, apply the same formula, right? A is 700. P is 525. 1 plus R by 100 to the power N. N is what you need to find out. So 700 divided by 525 is equal to 1 plus R by 100 to the power N. Can you do the maths here? Can you do the maths here? 700 divided by 525 will again come out to be 4 by 3. Oh, perfect. I don't need a calculator to solve this. Can you compare 1 and 2? Can you compare 1 and 2? Both of them are equal to 4 by 3. Both of them are equal to 4 by 3. Super awesome. It means the value of N has to be equal to 4. The value of N has to be equal to 4 and that's your answer. Value of the N has to be equal to 4. I'll just write it properly. Probably here it's not clear. Yeah. N is equal to 4. Right? So that's your answer. Got it? COC, it's very, very important that you apply the fastest method, the quickest method. I repeat at the end of every class, 60 marks, okay? And how much is your target? Your target should be to attempt get around 60%, meaning around 36. Somewhere around 36 to 40 marks, if you can get in your snap, okay? You will almost be certain that you will get the calls from the top 2 symbiosis institutes, SIBM Pune and SCMHRD Pune. Get it? Perfect. I think that's it. That's it for now. There are a lot of Snap and MET courses also running on Unacademy. If you register as a new user, okay, new user using a new mobile number, if you register as a first time user, you can use this invite code Parikshit Saikia. You will get these courses for absolutely free. Okay. Now, I think some of you are asking me questions. NMED on 23rd December, I'm good in LR and VA, but Quants is very weak. What should I do? Jinai, what I would suggest is go to Unacademy CAT-alyst. You will get a video, Unacademy CAT-alyst channel only. You search for my video on Parikshit Saikia's NMED analysis. There is an NMED video I've taken where I have talked about which topics are questions coming for NMED this particular year. So a lot of NMED exams have already happened, right? So we have spoken to a lot of students who have actually given the paper and we have mentioned the exact chapters from where questions are being asked. So I would suggest that please find out that video. You will get it in YouTube Unacademy channel, my video. And I have mentioned arithmetic, which chapter, algebra, how many questions. And you can focus in Quants only on those chapters, considering that the time remaining now is very less. Yes, got it. So I think that's it for now. That's it for now. And if you have liked the video, please do hit the like button because that tells us that you students are benefiting and actually we can continue taking more and more such sessions, right? So hit the like button because the like button gives us the feedback of whether you have actually enjoyed the session and if it has been beneficial to you. So thank you so much. I will see you tomorrow morning again at 10:30 a.m. with another set of new questions. Till then, keep studying and stay safe. Bye for now.